got another chapter in my pipe smoking journey. Now, for those of you who are new to this channel, this is like an ongoing series of stories of some significant chapters in my life where pipe smoking came into play. And this one comes from quite a few years ago. Well, I was on the bench at work. On the bench is a term that was used by the company to describe people who were in between projects. And it was my job to really find a job in the company. And I knew that if I was on the bench for too long, I would be terminated. Well, an assignment came up for me in Baltimore, Maryland. I warned my manager that I didn't have the qualifications, but he said I had to take it. And I would also have to pay for my own living expenses. You see, the place was about 2 hours from home. Needless to say, it was difficult. And at the end of each challenging day, I'd retire to my room at the Red Roof Inn, where a pipe brought some comfort during an incredibly difficult time in my life. That is, until the day when I got a call from my manager telling me that I was asked not to return to the project. Well, I learned later that my company really didn't want contractors on that project. And their intent was to replace the one contractor that was on the project with an employee like myself. Well, people on the project who asked for me knew that I didn't have what they were looking for. But they wanted me to come on board, in a sense, to prove that the contractor, who they really liked, shouldn't be let go. And they succeeded. Essentially, I was set up to fail. Well, before I heard the backstory, I was devastated. Although I wasn't fired from my company, I was essentially fired from that project. And when I heard the backstory, I was angry and depressed. I had no other projects lined up, and I was still required to move to the Baltimore, D.C. area. Our townhouse was already on the market for a while, and nobody really seemed interested in buying it. And if the situation didn't change, my company would fire me anyway. I gotta tell you, with a wife and 2 kids to support, that's scary. One Sunday, I went forward at church for prayer. My pastor knew the situation, and in his prayer, he noted that he could see that I was fighting back tears He prayed that God would somehow resolve the situation. And you know what? God did. But that's the subject for another video. Stay tuned.